Thanks for being on, you guys. Happy New Year. Oh my goodness. We're all like, woo, it's gonna be a coffee-filled day. Yes, it is. Hi, y'all. It was so great to be in the space of so many of you last night. I know our Florida girls were together, and I know our Alabama girls were together and working hard and finishing strong. And Mel was keeping us all in the loop and helping us strategize. I just love our sisterhood. It's just, you guys make other people want to step up to the plate to be in your space. And just the, like Liz even said last night, the sisterhood, the everybody coming together, everybody supporting one another, everybody just being so excited, and just always so encouraging. It is such a beautiful, beautiful thing. Okay, so let's see. Looks like, Kendry, I know you're unmuted, so did you want to say anything?
Am I muted?
No, I said you're unmuted.
Oh, okay.
But I wanted to tell you, did you see that they extended the Besties program?
Yes. And the red jacket bonus.
That is huge. Huge.
And my video is off because I just got a really amazing massage, and I don't look beautiful right now. I haven't showered or anything.
Very smart of you, I think, to get a massage.
It was amazing.
You were strategic in that. Okay, so I have not even had a chance. I was going to do some recognition this morning, but I haven't even had a chance to figure out everything. There's still so many things shaking out. And so I will be putting out a Zoom to our area later today. But again, there's, I can recognize some, but not everybody because we're still waiting on a few things. But the Zoom is going to be more about new program strategy for the new year, how to work during July, things like that. I'm also going to attach a Google Doc link to it. And this is for everybody, including directors. But just a few quick questions of, what do you want in the new year? What are you most excited about? How would you like to work differently this year? Goals, things like that, how we can best support you. That, and what we're going to do is we're going to ask everybody who has watched the video and filled out the Google Doc link by this. I'll probably do. Actually, I'll take your opinion on this. How about that? I'm trying to decide between giving everybody through Wednesday or giving everybody through Friday to watch the video and fill out a Google Doc link. And then I'm going to put everybody who's filled out the Google Doc link into a drawing for a fabulous prize. So, thoughts? You have an opinion?
I'd say Wednesday personally, because they'll forget as it gets farther out. Depending on when you send it out, that's my thought.
Right.
I agree on Wednesday too, because after the holiday, probably
gonna lose them. Okay. Yeah. All right, Wednesday it is. So I'm working on getting out that this afternoon. It's the very next thing to get done, and there's a lot of things that have to go into it, and a lot of things I'm still waiting on Lori for. So, okay, did you guys see the top director trip for this year? I saw Susie's face. Who has always wanted to go to Scotland? I've always wanted to go to Scotland. And several of the NSCs last night were like, oh my word, that was my favorite trip. And we haven't gone to Scotland in a while. And so I think that is awesome and exciting in itself. Okay, and then also, have you guys watched the video and understand the new director compensation plan, which is pretty exciting? Okay, so I want you to write that down and go watch those right away. But basically, you don't have to memorize all these different, okay, so if I do this amount and I do this amount, it's just a flat amount that you're earning as far as percentage wise. And then when you have an offspring director, your bonus, instead of being a promotion, your bonus is $1,000. Isn't that awesome? I know, super exciting for those of you who have DIQs, right? So yes, check. Nicole, are you all of a sudden very glad that Lola didn't make it through and she's taking month 4 that's now worth $1,000 to me. So anyway, pretty exciting. And I didn't know about that. So there was no thing. I was thinking, it's all right. Okay, so definitely watch those quick videos. They're like a minute and a half a piece, and making sure that you wrap your brain around it. Matter of fact, let me let me see it because I did pull up. Oh, why does it always do this? No. Okay. Can you guys see that? I can't hear anybody, so are we still Zooming?
No,
Yeah.
we can't see anything.
You can't see it. Okay. I don't know why it's not letting us. Okay, I'm gonna read it to you real quickly. So basically, where did it go? So now you have 913 or 23%, and the 23% does kick in after 5,500 wholesale. So the intention of this, so 9% is if you're under 4,500, 13% for 4,500 to $5,499.99, and then 23% when you're 5,500 and above. So, let's get clear, that does raise the bar for, how do I change that? Okay, for, production. It's not a requirement, but it's a raising the bar for your payment. But we are raising the bar for ourselves anyway, and we're all going to do that strategically and making sure that we have an action plan. Okay, so questions on that? No.
So is this changing instead of like 13% on your personal team and 13% on your unit? It's like just straight 23%?
That
Or this is
is
only for Offspring?
Yes. No, that is my understanding.
No, what I read, I read it a little bit. It said that it was based there because they're taking away the unit development or the bonus that we get for hitting like 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, and they're just putting that 10% into with the 13. So it's like taking away. That's what I read this morning. That it's like the same thing. Is that right, Jill? That's what I read.
Yeah, it's basically, like you don't have a 50 million things to track. It's just, but the 23% is at 5,500 or more.
Right.
Okay.
But isn't it like that 10% is just instead of being a unit volume bonus, now we're getting that 10% with so you could make a little bit more depending on where your production falls, because it won't be a flat 1,000, 2,000, or 5,000, 6,000. It'll be like the percentage, but it'll still be 10%.
I think that is actually going to increase our commissions for sure, because if you're like right in the middle of 1,000, you get that lower amount in our current compensation plan.
Sherry, total unit production.
Yeah, I think this is awesome.
Yeah, it is. It should be an increase, and that's the intention, is to pay sales directors more. So again, and I believe that we're always raising the bar for ourselves. So now your goal is I'm shooting in my brain for no less than 5,500 to get to that higher commission. Again, it's not a minimum. So yeah.
You still get, Sherry, you still get your personal commission, but this is just the unit is changing, because now it's not, 13% for the whole unit plus the unit volume bonus. It's those two combined to 1%.
I don't know why it's not letting me share the screen. Okay. Well, be sure to go and watch those videos where Laura Beitler kind of explains it, and there's even sheets that you can look at and stuff like that. So we'll all wrap our brains around that. It's a lot to wrap our brains around, right? Okay. So we've got, if I'm understanding correctly, when Tiffany is finished, and who else? Lola, which is basically finished, that we have hit 12 cruise earners. So I do want to give all of our cruise earners recognition on our area Zoom. And I believe we are at 7 DIQs, which is exciting. And I'm also excited we're so ready to recognize Rebecca in her Cadillac. I know there's some things shaking out there. And also Tanya. So Rebecca, I don't think Rebecca's on. I don't think she's on. Okay, so I need an update on Tanya. No, there's still lots shaking out there. Okay, so real quickly, you guys, today is the last day for seminar registration. And the last I looked, we were like 7 or 8 people away from hitting our goal. And I'm like, by golly, y'all, we got to hit this goal. So who else can you encourage to get registered? I know several of you are still working with some people. Okay, that's awesome. All 3. All right, let's get it done. Okay, so thank you, Sandra Kay. And I know that you worked so hard with Rebecca yesterday. I'm sure you're like, okay, when do I get my Cadillac? Because I have definitely earned that. Making deliveries, this is more important than that. Okay, so registration. Let's get these people registered. Today is the last day. I would love if you guys share to Voxer, share to Facebook. Again, you want to keep it to like 60 seconds or less, probably more like 30 seconds or less. Yeah, I bet. Sandra Kay. Make sure, okay, I have a very short attention span, like shorter than usual. So just about why seminar makes a difference for you. And because it really does. It really paints the picture. And we're just going to run through the schedule again so that you guys have it. Everybody has it in their brain. We will have the schedule coming out soon. And the meal package and everything, it's going to be about the same as last year. So on the 21st, which is a Sunday, our director meeting is from 12 to 7. And the DIQs are invited in at 5 p.m. So the DIQs are going to be with the directors from 5 to 7 p.m. On the 20th, and then you're free for the night, okay? On the 22nd, we have the tour, we have the pink party, we have the dinner for the cruise achievers, and our area night, okay? On the 23rd, which is day 1, so it's day 1, opening ceremony, all of that, and then that night is your night with your unit or an off night, whatever you want to do there. The 24th is our day 2 of classes and things like that, and then the big awards night, and then we are having an after party just like we did last year, just dancing, just fun, and pizza and salad and cookies and lemonade. So that is such a great time to get all of our pictures and everything, and it's a great way to kind of for me to say goodbye to, because I don't see anybody much on day 3, so it's a great time to be able to get kind of those final pics and stuff like that too. There's Rebecca. There she is. Hello. Superimpose in her picture. We cannot wait to celebrate you. So exciting. Okay, any questions on the seminar schedule? Are we good? Okay. I want to take just a hot second and talk about how to navigate through a missed goals, because anytime anybody is working on goals, there are going to be missed goals. And so I know we were really focused on all of the celebrations last night. We're really focused on all of the celebrations. We're really focused on all of the wins, but there were some missed goals. And we missed Gold Circle. And I'm so tired of missing this goal, but I actually get to witness Natalie really coaching her Erica on missing the cruise, and just how she said, sometimes you just got to get mad. And it wasn't the time to say, how would you have worked differently? And I know that there were ways that she would have worked differently. There are ways that I would have worked differently as people gave up on their goals, because y'all, we are only about 5,000 or 6,000 away from achieving Gold Circle. So, when people are giving up on their goals, I needed to pivot faster. So, there's 3 ways to navigate through a missed goal. This is in my opinion. So I think you learn the lesson. I think you ask the Lord, like, what lesson can I learn from this missed goal? So you learn the lesson, and then number 2, you focus on your preferred future. So you focus on that very next goal. You set a new goal, and you focus on that, and you have a strategy. And then number 3, you hit the ground running. right? So, you know, if you need to have a scheduled pity party, have a scheduled pity party. But by golly, have a cutoff, whether it's 10 minutes or one day. I would not take longer than that. And then you have a strategy. And I think anytime you have a strategy, then that's when you could really, your belief is high and you hit the ground running, right? Okay. So, any thoughts, questions? I'm so proud of you guys because there were a lot of wins, and I know there's a lot of pivoting as, okay, so, you know, like this isn't happening, but this is happening. And, you know, we even saw our consultants doing that last night. So, you know, if this wasn't going to happen, then how could we find a win here? And, you know, let's focus on what is exciting. And I always go back to, there is a big difference between something bad happening and something good not happening. And so that's the awesome part, is to remember that if you didn't hit your goal, that it's what we need to focus on is what we can do. And it is okay. Like, nobody died when I didn't hit my goal, but what can we do differently? Mel, did you want to say something?
I did. I have one question for you that I've been assigned to ask from Melissa Duker. She knows that they're not invited on the 21st, but on the 22nd, where you have the tour of the pink party, the cruise for the dinner for the cruise earners, and your awards night. Is she invited on that day to join you?
Definitely on the area night. Our adoptees are always welcome to join us at our area night.
Okay, but not all that stuff beforehand.
Well, I mean, that's kind of like company stuff. So
right, but you're taking your cruise earners to dinner.
Yes, that is Davis area only.
Okay, that's what I thought. She wants me to call her as soon as the meeting's done. She didn't want to bother you.
Okay.
Yeah, and can I say something to you about Gold Circle? I just want to say to you, and then I just got a call that I get to go to therapy early, so I'm going to have to get off. I just want to say to you, for somebody like me that wasn't able to make most of my goals, to watch you work so hard with the area to get Gold Circle and to miss it by a little bit just is so inspiring to me to do my part in bringing our area to Gold Circle. And you are such a good example for all of us. That's what I want to say to you, because to miss it by such a small amount, and I know that you were struggling with tracking it and stuff. Jill, you are our leader. You are our fearless leader, pivoting what you've taught us, what you've taught me, just to pivot, and we're starting a new year. And I just wanted to say that to you before I got off. So thank you.
I love you, Mel. I did tell Mel before anybody else last night, so we're going to miss it by about this much. And because I know she's such a prayer warrior and so strategic. And she was like, if I put it in order for 65,000, will that do it? Yes, that would be perfect. So we got to have a little fun with that last night. But yes, actually, that's ideal, you know. So thank you, Mel. Thanks for all your support with everybody. I know everybody was so grateful, just the strategy and the focus and the ideas and just the encouragement and, you know, doing everything she could do from her bed, basically, as she's, you know, healing and things like that. We love you so much. Yes, absolutely. So go have your therapy and then come back and watch the recording, because I'm about to launch our national area focus for the new year. So,
okay, I will. I have 6 minutes, so I'm going to put me on mute because I know you have static.
Okay. Thank you. And it is, it's so true. Oh, here comes my meeting. Everybody got to experience how interesting it is to work with my 2-year-old. Okay, so I will say that focusing on our personal business, especially in the month of July, and really especially in summertime, like you've got some excitement, you've got some momentum, you've got some people that were hopefully paying attention to the wins in the area. And that's the cool thing. That's one of the reasons why we focus on wins, because people need the wins in order to inspire them to move further. The way that we build, I mean, like we all know, if we could just sprinkle a little confidence in everybody's coffee this morning, like that's what we need. right? It would just give everybody a little bit of confidence. I think that's what they need to move forward in their business. What gives people confidence, this is important, is a win. Now, sometimes it's just the hi, Ethan, sweet pea. Sometimes it's just the tiniest win. Okay. Sometimes it's let's get a party booked. Let's book one face. Let me work with you let's book your kickoff party. Let's get a guest to our meeting. Let's, whatever it is. Sometimes it's the tiniest win, but it's win after win after win that builds the confidence and builds the belief and builds the excitement and builds that addiction to wanting to win more. And so that's how we lead people. Now, we've got to lead ourselves in the same way. We are no different. That is how we are humanly made. Okay, so let's make sure that we are focused on our very next win. And for many of us, it's book 10 by the 5th. That's for our people, but it's for ourselves. Because we cannot, as we've seen with some goals that didn't happen, we can't count on other people, right? So when we focus on making sure that our personal business is in place, I know Nicole and I talk about this all the time. I'm like, because it's always this cha-cha, right? This personal business building people. And I always say, put your personal business first, because those are the boulders in your big jar, right? And then building your people can go in, around, and through that. You will have time to have those conversations, those parties. You plug them in around your personal business. The only person that is exempt from that is the person building their national area, Liz. So that is the only difference, is making sure that, everybody else is like personal business, everything else goes around that. Okay. I want to go back to posting your personal number, not your personal numbers, your numbers. Some of you, Sandra Kay has continued to do this. Debbie's continued to do this. But we're going to go back to posting your numbers, but just post them on our Director Voxer on Sunday night, and we'll recognize that on Monday. I think it's so strategic. I think it helps us focus on the right activity. And I say, continue to send me your 6 list. Again, not for me, for you, to make sure that you know what you're doing and you are focused on the right activity. Then you can go back and you can course correct when need be, right? All right, let's talk about what we're launching in our area for this new year. So it's all about, have y'all had a blast building new Reds? Isn't it so fun to find wins? And, I know that there were some made Reds for sure to finish some of these cruises and things like that, but that's okay. Because like I said before, in my conversations with these new Reds, they're stepping into that. They're excited. They feel the win. Even if they had a very little to do with it, they feel like a winner. And a winner will do more. She's inspired to do more. She can see further now. So it's all about the Reds. All about the Reds. Yes. And the more Reds you have, the bigger your unit size, the more people participating, the more people helping out at your meeting, the more people that want to go to that next event, the more people you have working. And, many times we are so excited about what we consider a hot shot, and maybe she ends up not being a hot shot. But when we're focused on getting her in red, maybe it's not her, but maybe it's her friend, or maybe it's her friend, so it's just that building. It's growing. So, and please don't misunderstand me. Those are not two different focuses. It's not like she just said personal business. Now she's talking about Reds. It's both. That's what drives up that unit size, which is what drives the unit production. I was watching, and congratulations, Kendra, who had more people ordering in June than she's ever had order. She was like, even when we're finished in Cadillac and everything else, like we've had more people ordering now. And, it's the percentage. It was so interesting to watch. It was like unit size. It's always a third. It's always a third ordering. And so you can figure that out. Like if I only have 30 unit members, then I can't expect for more than 10 people to order in a month. And maybe it's even less than that. Maybe it's like 6 to 10, especially during the summer months and things like that. And so that's why you're like, okay, I'm out there. I'm personally selling. I'm personally team building, all of that. I get to do that because I'm going to find the rock stars. All right. Back to our promotion. It is called the Red Jacket Hall of Fame. So Red Jacket Hall of Fame, and the intention behind this is that we are taking new consultants and moving them into red in their first 90 days of business. So it's kind of multifaceted here. So let's talk about, awesome. So let's talk about how we have somebody new that starts today. Yay, who wants to start off the new year with a new agreement? Woo woo! Hey, guess what? There's been some excitement, all the excitement on social media and everything else. You will probably be amazed to know who is inspired by that. Okay, so you sign somebody new today. She has until September 30th to get into her red jacket, to be a charter member of the Davis Area Red Jacket Hall of Fame. Once earned in the Hall of Fame, she will always be in the Red Jacket Hall of Fame. There are things that she's going to get, perks that she's going to have. Picture on the Davis National Area website, she's going to get a Davis Area pin, which has previously been only for sales directors. Now Red Jacket Hall of Famers are going to get a Davis Area pin. She's going to get perks at every event. So like at our Davis Area Fall Advance, she is going to get perks, fast passes, special training, just things like that are always going to happen. Always, always, always. Like, how cool is that? Now, what about, that's an ongoing thing. So if you sign somebody in September, then she has 90 days, okay, to get into that Hall of Fame. So let's just talk about what this conversation looks like. This is a conversation that you have as you're doing her Pearl calls, okay? This is not a conversation that you're having at her inventory talk. You're taking her through the process of, bringing in a new consultant, getting her kickoff parties booked, debuting her hard, launching her hard, getting her inventory in, all of that. And then when you're doing her Pearl calls, then you can talk to her about Red Jacket Hall of Fame, what that looks like. For you, what does this look like for you? And then we'll go back to what does it look like for current Red Jackets. When you, as sales directors, develop 3 or more Red Jacket Hall of Famers by September 30th, you are receiving perks. And special, you're going to get a prize at Fall Advance. You're going to get a special pampering day at Fall Advance. It is, this is your focus. 3. That is part of your focus, is building 3 Red Jacket Hall of Famers. For current Red Jackets, they are just inspired to move to the next level. So if she became a Red Jacket yesterday, then her goal by September 30th is to move up the next level. That's it. To move up to team leader or more. Those who promoted themselves to DIQ finish DIQ by September 30th, which is their goal anyway, right? And then that will make them a Hall of Famer. So, questions on all of that? I know it's a lot. I don't want to take up your whole morning.
I have a question.
Okay.
So when you're talking about the director recognition piece of it, is it anybody in red in our unit, or it's only our personal team members like it was for the cruise?
Oh, great question. Anybody in the unit?
Okay.
Great question. Good clarifying.
Also, what about someone who's a in and out red, who's up and down and up and down? Like, what do they have to do? Because they might have team members and it would be really easy to jump up.
Right. So if they've ever hit the Red Jacket level, then they have to hit the next level. So if they've ever been a Red Jacket, then they need to be a team leader by September 30th. And that, ending with 5 or more active. Great question.
So higher than they've ever done before, right?
Yes. If, like you said, if they've been in and out and that kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay.
And if they're a senior consultant, they were a senior consultant on June 30th, then it's Red Jacket, Right. It's not huge, but that, and then the process becomes, okay, we're just developing those new reds.
What about former directors?
That's what I was going to ask, or a former DIQ that's now a star team builder or something like that.
I'm just thinking like Ashley.
Okay. Again, based on her level on June 30th, she needs to move into the next level.
Okay, that's awesome. Thank you.
By September 30th. Yeah. These are good questions. Y'all help
And
me see through these things.
I
Jill-
loved it so
I
much.
do.
Oh,
So
good.
the current Reds will get the same perks as new Reds
Current red.
when they move up the
Yes.
next level.
Yes,
Same
they will
perks.
be.
Okay.
Hall of Famers are all going to get the same
Okay.
perks. Yeah.
I like this because we've never done anything like this before. I think it's so motivating.
Oh, that's so awesome. It really is, because it's a win for everybody. It's a great focus for everybody. It's something that they can't, once they've achieved it, they can't lose it. And so that's always exciting for them.
Yeah.
And it's important to keep them focused on it now. And as you're communicating with some of your people on this program, you know, you can even say, like, there's definite perks. I don't know what else to use, what other word to use there. There's a reason to work now. There's a reason to not wait till the last minute. And you can tell them, like, you do not want to wait yet. They really need to be, to continue to be a Red, but they will always be recognized as a Hall of Famer. So I'll get back to you on details with that question, Sherry. I mean, because, yeah, anyway. So much. And we're also trying to get this all out to the area so that all this information goes with the Zoom that I'll record and with the Google Doc link as well. Okay, what was I saying? I think it's okay to, as you're coaching people, to say, you know, when you wait until the last minute to really focus on this, like, there's a chance that people fall through. There's a chance that things don't happen. So that's why that's why we work now. Like, let's get it done. Let's get it done. Check. Okay. Any other questions? All right. I feel like more questions are going to be coming, so we'll work on that. Mel, did you have another question?
Did you say me?
Yeah.
You know, my girls in my unit that have been 1% away from Red.
Mm-hmm.
So they would count once we get that one more person for 3 of them.
Yep. By September 30th.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, they would be the new Red. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Exactly.
All right. And I agree with Kendry. I'm so excited about this. So excited about this Red Jacket Hall of Fame. Oh my gosh.
What's so great is it's multiplication, and that's how our units grow, right? It's that multiplication. Yeah. It's, you know, driving up the unit size, which of course just naturally drives up production. Okay. So I think that's everything. We've all got a lot of work to do. We get to go hit the ground running with registration for seminar. And we've got, you know, this information that we're going to be launching. Just wait, it will go out to the area. I say focus on any unit promotions that you have and your personal book 10 by the 5th, as well as your unit members working on that. And we will be seeing even more celebrations in the next 24 hours. I know it, which is exciting.
Hey, can you guys, on the Director Voxer group, if you have something already in place for July, I would love to just kind of see what you're launching for your New Year and for July promos. I know I'm going to do a selling challenge, but I think that might be helpful.
Awesome. All right, you guys, I'm so excited. And I do think whenever you do throw out a promotion for your unit, it's like, hey, here's what we're doing. And then your focus goes to, who am I developing in the Red Jacket Hall of Fame and my personal business? Like, that's where all of your time goes. So launch something and then move right into, like, so basically don't spend all your time trying to figure out what's our promotion for our unit and let's get this out. Because as you've seen, it's still, no matter really what's going on, a third. A third are going to order, a third aren't, and a third are out. So that's just, it is what it is. Those are the numbers. It's human nature. As much as I've tried, I can't change those numbers. So that's why we're going to be focused on the right activity, right? All right. Thank you guys for just being such women of excellence. Just, it really was a great year. I'm looking at Debbie and Susie, new directors, Martha and Shelby, and Tiffany was a new director. So happy anniversary, Tiffany. Happy 1 year unit anniversary to Tiffany. We've got so many, Rebecca earning her Cadillac. We've got all these new cruise earners, DIQs, so much excellence. You guys know how to cross a line. And that's what we do with our people. We show them how to cross the line. That's what we do. So decide what line you're going to cross. Have your benchmarks by July 30th, by July 20th, by July 10th, 20th, and 30th. I was going backwards. Okay. Have your benchmarks. Let's make it happen. Happy New Year, guys. Thanks for your time today. Bye-bye.